The most dangerous man in professional wrestling history just watched a member of his extended family take a knee on international television. And the message he is sending back is not arriving through a press release or a scheduled television segment. HAKU Fatu is 67 years old, father of Tama and Tala Tonga, the human being that Hulk Hogan, one of the most famous and recognizable wrestlers who has ever lived, identified without a single moment of hesitation as the toughest person this entire industry has ever produced. Right now, every confirmed piece of evidence points toward a reckoning building between this man and Jacob Fatu that Roman Reigns has absolutely no framework for preventing. Stay locked in, because by the time this video ends you are going to understand exactly why this warning changes the entire second half of 2026, and why the most important conversation in WWE right now is one that has not happened on camera yet. Tidal wave is running, and whether you have watched professional wrestling for 30 years or you clicked on this because someone in your group chat sent it to you, this breakdown works specifically for you. Here is the essential context that makes everything else land correctly. WWE professional wrestling is scripted entertainment. Storylines, match outcomes, and character dynamics are all planned in advance. But the families involved, the real cultural traditions, and the genuine relationships between these people are completely authentic and not written by anyone in a production meeting. The Polynesian wrestling community, Tongan and Samoan families who have collectively produced multiple generations of WWE superstars, operates according to deeply held values around family honor, elder authority, and generational legacy that run far deeper than any television program can fully capture on screen. HAKU is the most respected and most feared elder in that entire community. And the key word is feared. Not feared in the theatrical wrestling villain sense. Feared in the documented, multiple eyewitness, things that happened in real rooms with real consequences sense. Jacob Fatu, known on screen as the Samoan werewolf, is a member of that broader Polynesian dynasty now sitting inside Roman Reigns' faction in a position every confirmed signal suggests he did not choose freely. Here is the full confirmed picture. On May 31, 2026 at Clash in Italy, Jacob Fatu lost to Roman Reigns in a match called Tribal Combat. For anyone unfamiliar, Tribal Combat is a stipulation where the loser must publicly acknowledge the winner as superior and join their faction going forward. Fatu lost. The following night on Raw in Turin, Roman called Fatu to the ring in front of a live crowd and global television audience. Fatu delivered his acknowledgement with a specific cutting edge loaded into one precise line. "Last night I lost to my tribal chief. But Jay, I did not lose to your punk ass. Roman, I acknowledge you." He took a knee. Roman helped him to his feet and said he loved him. The segment ended with all four men posing together. Roman then posted a photograph on social media captioned simply, "Tough love." In that photograph, while Roman stands front and center flanked by the Usos, Jacob Fatu is at the very back of the frame carrying the expression of a man attending his own professional diminishment rather than celebrating a new beginning. Roman then had to instruct Jey Uso to go and speak with Jacob backstage because Fatu had not naturally integrated with the group after the ceremony. These are confirmed signals. Every single one of them points in exactly the same direction. Right here, if this breakdown is landing exactly the way it should, smash that like button and subscribe to Tidal Wave immediately, because this story is accelerating faster than the weekly news cycle is tracking, and I want this community locked in when the next chapter drops without warning. Ring that notification bell. Missing one episode of Raw right now genuinely means missing everything. Now back to HAKU. Here is the documented real-world fact that completely reframes how you should read this situation. There is a finishing hold in professional wrestling called the Tongan Death Grip, a nerve clamp applied directly to the throat. Stevie Ray, a 30-year industry veteran who personally witnessed it used in a genuine non-scripted confrontation, confirmed on his own podcast that it is completely real. His exact words, "If you have ever seen the Tongan Death Grip on television, understand that it is real." The man who owns that hold is HAKU, and the documented real-world accounts go considerably further than a wrestling finishing move. In a confirmed backstage incident, HAKU gouged out another wrestler's eyeball in a genuine altercation. In a separate confrontation with 5 men who called wrestling fake, he knocked 3 unconscious, applied the Tongan Death Grip to a 4th, and bit the nose off the 5th. Multiple eyewitnesses. Public record. for decades of corroboration across every generation of this industry. Hulk Hogan was asked directly who the toughest wrestler alive was. His answer was immediate: Meng brother. Meng being HAKU's WCW ring name. This is the man who returned to SmackDown on July 31st with a war club, told his sons to make the world fear their name again, and has been watching every Bloodline development with the patience of someone who knows precisely when to act. Now here is the moment where this video shifts clearly into prediction territory, and this channel will always tell you directly when that happens. Everything you have heard up to this point is confirmed and documented fact. What follows is high-confidence prediction grounded firmly in that confirmed foundation. The direct warning from HAKU to Jacob Fatu, "Do not embarrass our blood," has not happened yet on WWE television. But here is exactly why all signs point toward it. HAKU did not return to manage a short-term tag program. He returned because his sons were losing and his family name was diminishing. That is his confirmed stated motivation from July 31st. Apply that identical lens to Jacob Fatu, a broader Dynasty member photographed dejected at the back of a tough love post, absent from Bloodline backstage gatherings, with Roman sending Jay to retrieve him because Fatu would not naturally integrate. The internet wrestling community has built exactly two boxes for this story: secret mole or genuine acknowledgement. Both conversations ignore the same critical variable. Neither Roman nor Jacob controls what HAKU decides. A patriarch who returned to WWE specifically because family name diminishment was personally unacceptable is not watching this situation play out indefinitely without stepping into it. The warning would not be a scripted promo. It would carry the full weight of Polynesian elder authority delivered without decoration. Do not let them make you small. Do not embarrass what this blood has built. That message, once delivered, cannot be unheard by anyone carrying this family name. HAKU's psychology is the most underrated analytical element in this entire story. He is not chasing championships or screen time. He confirmed his motivation in his own words on July 31st: "Make them fear us again." That directive was simultaneously a command to his sons and a value statement about what every member of this dynasty is expected to represent. Jacob Fatu said something in his acknowledgement speech that the internet wrestling community treated as a wrestling promo moment and moved past within 24 hours. He said his children watched him take that loss. That his children saw their father kneel in front of another man on global television. For someone carrying the cultural weight Fatu carries, that was the most significant statement in the entire segment. Roman Reigns heard submission. HAKU heard a father describing a moment of public diminishment witnessed by his own bloodline. Those two interpretations lead to very different responses, and only one of them involves a war club. Drop a comment right now: HAKU moves or Jacob moves first? Does the warning from outside the faction force Fatu's timeline forward? Or does Jacob act entirely on his own before HAKU ever needs to step in directly? Subscribe to Tidal Wave right now, hit that notification bell, and share this video immediately with whoever in your circle is following this storyline. 2 facts and we are completely done. HAKU returned to WWE with a war club and an absolute refusal to watch his family name diminish on his watch. And Jacob Fatu is currently standing at the back of a tough love photograph looking like a man who has not yet decided what he himself is willing to accept. Next video, every scenario where sons of HAKU and the Bloodline share the same frame, and why that moment rewrites the rest of 2026 entirely. Tidal Wave out.